Good morning, students. Hope you are fine. The chapter government budget is still continued, and we have read about fiscal deficit, revenue deficit, and today we will discuss primary deficit. Primary deficit is defined as fiscal deficit of current year minus interest payment on accumulated debt. By deducting interest payment from fiscal deficit, we get primary deficit. See the formula: primary deficit is equal to fiscal deficit minus interest payment. So, fiscal deficit indicates borrowing requirements inclusive of interest payments, and primary deficit indicates borrowing requirements exclusive of interest payments. So, we have seen that borrowing requirement of the government includes not only accumulated debt but also interest payment on debt. If we deduct interest payment on debt from borrowing, the balance is called primary deficit. So, fiscal deficit reflects the borrowing requirement of the government for financing the expenditure inclusive of interest payments on accumulated debt. जो already accumulated debt है, जो पहले से लोन borrowings ली हुई हैं, उनके ऊपर इंटरेस्ट पेमेंट को इंक्लूड करके फिजिकल डेफिसिट बनता है. और जब हम फिजिकल डेफिसिट में से इंटरेस्ट पेमेंट को एक्सक्लूड कर देते हैं, माइनस कर देते हैं, देन वी गेट प्राइमरी डेफिसिट. सो प्राइमरी डेफिसिट शोज द बोरोइंग रिक्वायरमेंट्स ऑफ द गवर्नमेंट ऑन अकाउंट ऑफ करंट ईयर एक्सपेंडिचर exceeding current year receipts because or exclusive of interest payment. If primary deficit is 0, then fiscal deficit is equal to interest payment. So, it is not adding to existing loan. Primary deficit is a narrower concept and a part of fiscal deficit because fiscal deficit includes interest payments. It is generally used as a basic measure of fiscal responsibility, fiscal irresponsibility. The difference between fiscal deficit and primary deficit reflects the amount of interest payments on public debt incurred in the past. A lower or zero primary deficit means that while its interest commitments on earlier loans have forced the government to borrow, now the situation is very complicated and awareness is required so not to take much loans. So, students, there are some questions of classification, identification, and one example I am giving you. Like giving reasons, categorize the following into revenue receipts and capital receipts. Such types of questions are frequent in board exams. आपको बहुत सारी आइटम्स दे दी जाएंगी कि इनमें से क्लासीफाई करो, आइडेंटिफाई करो कि कौन सा रेवेन्यू रिसीट है और कौन सा कैपिटल रिसीट है, बट विद रीज़न. और जहाँ रीज़न पूछा जाता है वहाँ आपको इसको डिफ़ाइन करना होता है. लाइक रिकवरी ऑफ लोन. अब रिकवरी ऑफ लोन ये सब एग्जांपल्स हम पढ़ चुके हैं. इट इज़ अ कैपिटल रिसीट because it reduces financial assets. Then corporation tax, it is revenue receipt because it creates neither liabilities nor assets. तो हमने इसके जो रीज़न में इसको डिफ़ाइन कर देना है कि ये वेदर एसेट क्रिएट कर रही है, लाइबिलिटी रिड्यूस कर रही है, नीदर नॉर है या ईदर और है. Such type of definition is required to explain the reason. Then dividend on interest investment made by the government, so it is revenue receipt because they create neither liabilities nor assets. These examples we have already read. Then sale of public sector undertaking, it is capital receipts and it is reducing government assets. Interest received on loans, it is revenue receipts as it creates neither liability nor asset. Then grants from foreign government, कि अगर गवर्नमेंट को विदेशों से ग्रांट्स मिलती हैं, it is also revenue receipt because it creates neither liability nor asset. Then income tax received by government. These are revenue receipts, same definitions should be given. And borrowing from public, it is capital receipts as it creates liability. So students, such type of questions are given at the back of chapter and you have to revise them thoroughly. Some numericals are also given. You have to practice them to find out revenue deficit or fiscal or primary deficit out of the given values. So that's all for today and this chapter is over, students. On tomorrow we'll start new chapter. That's all for today. Thank you.